Alright, this past weekend was something called the NFL Draft. And what that is all the college players who totally went to school for academics and totally got good grades and totally, went to college in order to get a good education, get paid millions of dollars to play a sport for the rest of their lives. And so a lot of times, people talk about who's going where and which quarterback is going to be taken by the Cleveland Browns and then inevitably injured, and because the Cleveland Browns suck. But one of the big stories this NFL draft was a guy named Michael Sam. Michael Sam was a defensive end, so he played on defense. His job was to sack the quarterback. For the Missouri Tigers. The Missouri Tigers are in the SEC. The SEC is the best conference. SEC. SEC. He was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year this year because he got like a butt ton of sacks. Turns out he's also gay. That's a big deal because the NFL is seen as this hyper-masculine thing. So, the NFL is college football and the SEC is, manly thing. So here's a steak, it's a ribeye, and here's a javelin, because men hunt with javelins, I guess. I don't know. But it's manly. And then the NFL is supposed to be super manly. And here's Michael Sam coming in and saying, I'm going to be the first openly gay football player in the NFL. Because, let's be honest, 1 in 10 human beings on this earth are homosexual. I think that's the statistic. Anyway, so that means probably a couple football players are homosexual. No getting around it. It's just no one has come out in the open and said it. Well, Michael Sam could have been the first. The big knock on him was he was a bit too small to play defensive end, but he was a bit too big to play outside linebacker. Yes, we're talking sports again. And so no one knew where he lined him up, and so they thought he was going to be in the 5th round, even though he's won all these awards. And then when this comes up, they thought, oh, well, he's probably going to drop. And he did. But the good thing is he was eventually drafted by the St. Louis Rams in the 7th round. He was the 4th from last pick. And that's big because, people are a little concerned, well, what's going to happen with him? Is he just, one of the big things is, one of the big problems, and this comes from a lot of things, is like, how can he survive in an NFL locker room with all those men around, wearing short shorts and having their dangly bits all willy-nilly? Well, most people don't have affairs, don't go off gallivanting for a booty, so that's probably not going to be a problem. Another big concern was, because he is gay, will he be uncuttable? Now, if a player isn't, let's look at Tim Tebow. That's Tim Tebow's chiseled jaw. And of course he's wearing a chain with a cross on it a t-shirt with a cross on it for some reason. Tim Tebow was not very good as a football player, and so he was cut. Michael Sam, however, might not be very good as a football player. He was good in college, and the big thing is he's probably going to be very good in college. He's probably not going to be very good in the pros. I hope he is, because that would just turn gender stereotypes all willy-nilly. But the thing with him is, like, if a team cuts him, if a team says you're not good enough, are they going to be labeled as what a lot of people want to do, homophobic? Basically saying he was cut because he was gay. No, he might be cut because he stinks as a football player, and he might be great as a football player. And if he's great as a football player, he's going to have a long career with the St. Louis Rams, and then eventually he'll go to a real team, like maybe the Cleveland Browns, which I think are a step up from the St. Louis Rams. Anyway, a lot of people are concerned that if he gets on their team, they're going to lose a roster spot because if he's not good, no one will cut him because they don't want to be seen as homophobic or anti-gay, rather than they just want to field the best team. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. The NFL season starts in a few months with preseason in August, and I want to see, how he plays before I make a judgment saying that, yep, he needs to be on the team or not. Because let's be honest, he's probably 7th round picks usually don't make it all the way through. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Bye, Tim Tebow. That's a steak. It's yummy. That's a javelin, because manliness. Bye.